Could just please be muted. Let's take one. Okay, no, don't worry, no. It's okay. I'm here. Yes, this is for Kevin. Okay, this person, Daddy for boys. Do you want to post one or two things? You can send requests, come up and see one or two things. We'll hear you. Okay, we hear everybody. I mean, and she's also talking. Let me say, okay, let me put you here. Come and see one or two things, but we love her, and that's why we are listening to her. Road, 221 billion, Rivers State. They want to build the
let's mute her.
Yes, there's something a little bit different from Daddy for Boys.
Good evening, everybody.
Okay. No, messages. Let's take for Daddies for Boys first. We'll come to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Go on.
In regard to Mohbad, I could remember when Yasser Arafat died, 6 years after, they find out the actual cause of his death, because his body was exhumed and the bones was examined. And to my unbelievable, Nigerian doctors are telling us that they can't find it, or the liver has started decomposing. I see no reason why they should not find the cause of that bone death. If someone who died for 6 years could be ascertained the actual cause of his death, that the cause come from a propane gas that Israel had infected on his clothes while they break into the presidential palace at Ramallah in Palestine. So I see no reason as somebody that was just buried for just few days and they could not find the cause of his death. Hello? Hello?
We're here with you. We're hearing you.
So I don't know. I wanted to throw that question to Kemi, and I noticed that she was not bothered asking anything regarding to Mohbad's autopsy.
She did. She does say something about it.
She have spoken about it even before today. Before today, she speaks so much about it. So go on her page, you will find a lot of
exactly. She's very consistent, very, very consistent. No. She's giving us the really hints. She is. She is the first one that talk about the DNA. If you remember.
Yes.
She's the first one.
She's the first person to release.
She's the first one that talk about Wumi. She's the first one that talk about Malian's house. Everything she said, go to her page. Yes, she did pretty good on that case.
Please, guys, sorry. Before I forget this very point, I wanted to point out, I love Kemi so much. I love her. In fact, I'm one of her fans. But in this Mohbad case now, the way I see things, I only pick one particular part of what she said. If you guys can remember, in the past, Dr. Kemi made us to understand that there was a stab involved in Mohbad's death, okay? Now, Dr. Kemi is telling us now that when there is a blood, there is a drugs in your system, they will not be able to find the cause of death because of the drugs in the system. Now, that is taking me back to what she has told us in the beginning, that we were all, talking about, that there was a stab involved, okay? But right now, because of what has been read, because according to her, a few months ago, she said, we are going to hear about the autopsy, but it's not what we are expecting we're going to see, okay? But the autopsy was read yesterday and said there is no way anything can tell us the cause of death of Mohbad. People are about now losing hope for justice for Mohbad, right? Now she comes tonight and telling us all this. With due respect I have for Dr. Kemi, what she's saying here tonight, I don't see anything that is trying to make me get any positive thing from her today from what she has told us in the past, because now the autopsy has been read. They've given us what they want us to hear. And from her, with due respect, what she's saying on this video tonight, I don't really see anything that, is close to what she has told us in the past. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be the only person thinking this. It's totally different of what she's told us in the past. So let's go. That's just the point I wanted to raise up, guys. Sorry. Thank you, ma. Adamani, is she done?
Can I go ahead?
Yes, yes.
Mercy, let me just quickly tell you, listen, you see this thing about the bot result. I started following her not too long on YouTube, yeah? She mentioned it. There's actually a video. I probably can play it if you want. She says that the results, I think it was sometime in April. Yes, she said the result was botched. That this result that was going to be read, it was botched. So to me, I think she's accurate on some things. The way she talks, she can just say one thing here. She just picks it around. But at the end of the day, if you piece the puzzles together, they all make sense. So she's not saying that he wasn't, there was no laceration on his body. He said there was, but she's also saying that there's a cocktail of drugs. And then if you guys were here, remember where she even talked about the formalin that, to dissolve all the things in the intestine. She was just she opened our eyes so much to what they would have done to the body.
Thank you so much, Sister Annie.
At the same time, okay, we must also understand that, no one is perfect, and especially when we are dealing with a high-profile case, there are some things that you say, and maybe that might have been the mindset of the criminals, okay? So, but now, so that they don't just go and bring out those things that you have already said, they will now come with something else. If she has not said whatever that she has said, they might have come with that her own result. Her preempting them right now, they will not want to prove her right. They will do everything to prove her wrong. That's why the government was they were in a tight corner. Instead for them to come, okay, imagine. Everybody should be happy, not be discouraged. Imagine the government had come right now and had told us it was the nurse that killed Mohbad. Is that where you guys want to be? It's better they say they don't know what killed Mohbad. Let investigation continue.
What about the stab?
Okay,
Can I just chip in few, please?
they are not confirming that stabbing. That they said it doesn't exist. And Kemi said there was laceration in the neck. Kemi said that a long time ago. But the government is not confirming that. But
this very video, she only she only talked about the drugs, okay? But this very video,
moderate for me. Let's go.
Can I chip in a little bit? Can I chip in a little bit,
Calm down,
please?
ma. Calm down.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Please, Anne Asiko, can you take it on? Is she there? She's muted. Can you please, if people want to speak, can you please moderate?
Just let me know when you need me to speak.
For me, this is what I would say.
Can you mute and moderate? Is it possible?
Okay.
Yes, people want to speak.
So, should I stop? Okay, fine.
What did you say I should do?
Moderate. People want to speak. Just moderate among the speakers. People want
All
to
right. Okay, Io, did you want to start since you're at the top?
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Paparano, I wouldn't want you to go too far because I want to talk to you.
Oh my God.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
Money involved because I'm
very sorry. I've been in Nigeria. I literally got back in today, and all day yesterday I was following everything. Okay, where I'm going is this. Paparano, I want to use you as a witness in this matter. You remember, I went across every platform and I said Mohbad's autopsy will come back inconclusive. Can you remember I mentioned that?
Paparino, she's just saying something again about the autopsy in the recap. Do you guys mind? You want to listen?
Okay, please listen. Please,
okay.
Please.
Come on.
We are going to come back to
this on my post and decided to do it. Anyway.
Sorry?
I said, no, let's finish with the Kemi Olunloyo. We're gonna come back to our
It
own.
took 8 months to tell us this.
But can I go now
petition.
then? Because I'm very tired.
Yeah,
If
maybe
your body
come
was
back later.
decomposed, you could have
All
told
right
us
then.
that by November or December.
Okay.
If a body was decomposed, you shouldn't have sent it to America. If a body was that decomposed, you shouldn't have sent the toxicology, the blood and body fluids that you got. You shouldn't have sent it abroad. What they're going to see in Nigeria should not be different from abroad. If you wanted to go abroad because you wanted better experts to look at it, all right, you can't give them the list of what medications he was using or anything, because there could be some illicit drugs there. And his body was already decomposing, so there was no reason to send it abroad. Idris Candy, thank you. I'm not feeling too well, but it's not like I have a particular illness, I can't breathe very well. I'm asthmatic too. I can't do anything after a certain time of the day. I'm 3 hours ahead of you guys. But a lot of things are going on that you guys need to focus on.
We move to where my daughter doesn't disturb. She's reading comments or something.
I'm done. Any questions?
Okay, right. Papa, do you have any questions I can type?
MJ, in my opinion.
No. Let's continue. Let's continue from our own side here, please.
Okay, EOD is gone. Golden Seal, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I want to say something concerning that blood in that casket. Now, I think the reason why that blood was inside the casket is because, number one, Mohbad wasn't embalming in a right way. You understand? Normally, if they take him to the morgue for embalming, the old blood needs to dry off. But because Darosha or whoever that embalmed that body wasn't embalming him properly, then puts him inside the coffee like that. So by the time of that buried the body, as time goes on, the blood started coming out and the water in the body, because it needs to get dry. It needs to get dried. Let's assume it was well embalming, that blood couldn't prevail or show any come out from that body to the point that people is going to see it inside that casket. You understand? So it's not as if because a lot of people said because that blood there was because Mohbad was buried alive. No. He wasn't buried alive at all. That because a lot of people are saying Mohbad was buried alive. That is why the blood is still fresh, is still like that. No, he wasn't buried alive. If they don't preserve that body properly, they didn't take it, they didn't embalm that body in a correct way, it will be like that.
Hold on. Listen. Hold on.
All the time. The first
Okay.
you order an assassin to put someone.
I asked her what's the way forward. I'm just trying to say something.
Okay.
Oh my God, somebody's phone.
Someone killed Mohbad. But for now, we don't know. That's why I want to go on international. I want to go on Zoom. The whole of the Indian media is calling me now. They want me to talk about this death penalty law. Some big TV stations, they want me to talk about death penalty. Meanwhile,
You muted.
Yeah, I muted because she was just saying something else.
that Indian
Sorry.
boy, the fat one.
Now she's talking something else
Wait.
now. When she comes back, and I'll turn on.
Okay.
Deviate a little bit.
He has an illness.
So continue, Golden Seal.
They had that day.
So, like the results they shows up, they read out yesterday, and I believe that Brekete have see he had the what's it called, the results too. So we are still expecting that man to see something. At least he promised to help in this justice for Mohbad. So why is the man not still saying anything? I mean, Brekete himself. Why is he not saying anything? Why is he still muting? Is there anything he's still expecting from the government? At least when we say we want to move forward, we need to, like it was his promise, we need to hear from him too. We need to hear from him to know. Baba should call him now, because way forward now is what we all are looking for. So Baba should call Brekete to know his stand in this justice for Mohbad, because it's the one that said when the government read out the results, that is when it will start working. But now the result has been read yesterday, and we haven't heard from him. What else is he still waiting for? Or Baba should try to call Brekete and remind him, tell him the results. They've read the result. Please, did you hear? What are you going to do now? We all expecting you.
She just said something that they asked her question. She said that this is going to show Nigeria as a stupid country. How can we say there's no cause of death to this case? Is what she just said. I just thought to bring that to you.
Wow.
Yes. Regarding what Golden Sea just said, I concord with Golden Sea, because even
I don't want to talk about Davido because I'm not practicing journalism
Just
anymore.
listen.
I've said to myself, I don't want any stories or anybody, but I'm going to give you an example now that I'm not in journalism. Davido had a friend called Tagbo. They went to drink and celebrate Tagbo's birthday. According to Patrick, Golden Boy Entertainment, the person that discovered Peruzzi, Patrick said Davido put drugs inside everybody's drink. He put drugs inside Tagbo's drink, and he put drugs in my drink, but the drugs was not enough to kill me. Because once Tagbo was super drunk, they put Tagbo in the car and they wound the window up. So Tagbo suffocated to death, and they moved to the next club. They were club hopping. When Tagbo's body was found, Davido tweeted, "Oh, R.I.P., R.I.P." In a week's time, Davido's DJ Olu, and his friend Chime, who is also an associate of 30BG. 30BG hadn't really formed then. They found them dead in a car. They were vomiting blood. They were outside a restaurant in Banana Island. Now, gather that there's not a lot of restaurants in Banana Island. The owner of the only restaurant in Banana Island called me and begged me to take the post down. I said, no, I can't take the post down. I'm a journalist. We don't take posts down. I'm not Linda Ikechi. Linda Ikechi charges $750,000 for her to take a post down. And that to me is blackmail. After she's put something wrong. I said, I'm a journalist. I'm not just a blogger. I don't take posts down. She wanted me to take the post down, the owner of this restaurant, because she was the only restaurant in Banana Island. So people would think that they were poisoned. They were poisoned. Now, Police Chief Imoheni Edgar, CP Imoheni said they died of hard drug overdose, meaning that they were on some kind of hard drugs and they died of a drug overdose. That's what Imohini said. Alexander, thanks for the 20 stars. Thanks for the 50.
Let me just quickly say something. So somebody asked her about this case of Mohbad, yeah? So she started with Davido. So she said there were high profile people on the case. So that's what she's explaining.
DJ Olu. His father is a billionaire. Dapo Abiodun. Dapo Abiodun and his wife were vacationing in Dubai and his sister. So they didn't know that DJ Olu was found dead in a car with Chime. No one posted it. Linda Ikeji posted it. People were calling Linda Ikeji. They were begging her to remove the posts, to take the post down because the family had not heard. They are in Dubai vacationing. Linda did not remove the post. People cursed the living daylights out of her. People reported her page, and Twitter took down her page briefly. People said she's announcing the death of someone. Tommy Lola, thanks for the 200 stars. She's announcing the death of someone and the family has not been notified. That's a no-no in journalism. So that will also apply in blogging. So Linda can make money. She did not. She was such a horrible person. Some of the tweets that people tweeted about her on this, I kept them. Somebody said now that Linda is a mother, I hope she knows how it feels to announce the death of your child and you don't know. It was really sad.
Don't let her digress.
Listen carefully. Things are happening in Nigeria. When I told you that Ifeanyi Adeleke was a girl, you're all laughing at me. When I said the child was murdered and didn't drown any swimming pool, you're all laughing. I'm not going to anything. I've already told you. I've done my best in journalism. Things are happening in Nigeria you don't know. CP Edgar Imohini told the media, it is what the media is told that they report. And that's where investigative journalism is different. You investigate outside the box. Imohini told the media, thank you for the stars, okay, Shadrach.
I think she's digressing. She's going to go back into it.
I'm still answering your question.
Okay.
Aderemi, Imohini told the media that they died from hard drugs. That was a lie. If you guys noticed very carefully, Nigerians, you have to be very, very alert. So it was when I was investigating this case that they arrested me for the third time. October 17th, 2017.
So the question is,
Do you know they could have planned to re-arrest me because of that case? That was the same time Ibiomi's police re-arrested me the third time. Kennedy Okuku, he's dead now. They could have called Kennedy to plan that. Saying that I didn't come to court because of something, but it just happens to be a coincidence, right? Some things are not coincidence. They might have put me behind bars, and I spent another 3 months until they released me January 2018. During the time I was investigating how Tagbo, DJ Olu, and Chime died, I contacted Chime's family. Chime's sister was a pharmacy student in UI. And she told me that her brother does not do drugs and has never done drugs. And that is a lie. So I called Imohini and I said, I want to come and see you. Because according to what I hear, his source told me that they were coughing blood. Both were found in the car, coughing thick clumps of blood. According to Chime's family, they said the blood that was coming out of their nose and their mouth. Thick clumps of blood. They were coughing. Like they sat in the car, driver, passenger, and the floor was blood. And they just ate at a restaurant, private restaurant. Guys, wake up. What happens when you are vomiting clumps of blood? That's poison. Poison severs your gut. The only thing that can do that. No hard drug will sever your gut. Cocaine, methamphetamine, they don't sever your gut. Only poison. You know poison, those powdery great things that they go to the babalawo to go and get to poison you. Whatever they ate contained poison and it severed their guts, and that's why they were coughing blood. Thick clumps of blood. So I now told the CP I wanted to see him. And he gave me an appointment and I went to his office. Guys, when I was at Imohini's office, I hope he remembers, if he's watching. People have been wasted in Nigeria. When I arrived at Imohini's office, we had not even started talking. It would be the next day that I was arrested in the BOMI case. There's some kind of connection. I can't figure it out. Imohini was removed. You know what they do? They remove somebody when things are tight. If that person is not retiring, like Odumosu and Owonha, they will now move that person to Bauchi or some faraway place. But when I sat down in Imohini's office, Edgar, a phone call came. And the person on that phone call was a king.
What?
And a senator. Inside police chief's office. I hope you know what a CP's office looked like. There were 3 people. The CP, myself, and a police officer. What that one was doing, bodyguard, whatever. The phone call came in. And the king I've mentioned this before. I'm just mentioning it again. So if anybody likes go and carry cyber criminal law and say they should come and arrest me anywhere I am. No one can arrest me. I'm not in Nigeria. And if I'm in Nigeria, nobody can touch me. I've said this in Nigeria. The king of Lagos, Oba Akiolu, called CP Imohini and told him not to mess with their son. And a senator called from Abuja. Senator Demola Adeleke, now Governor Demola Adeleke, also called. But was the king's... I was in the office now. I was listening. Said they shouldn't mess with their son. Don't mess with our son. In other words, Imohini must not mess with Davido. And Davido was one of the people who were involved with Tagbo. A year later, Golden Boy Entertainment, Patrick, who's a liar as well, came out saying that Davido poisoned all of them. But it wasn't enough to take me down. They took Tagbo down. So we now be going to the past. Davido lost 3 friends in a matter of 7 days. Ewa man sorry, ma blame me, man say me good Davido. Go down. Until it's your brother or your sister, you will know. When a king starts calling you, that's how Nigeria works. And that's what they did to Mohbad.
Shit. Just fucked me up.
That's what they did to Mohbad. Kings, politicians, everybody.
Papa Rhino, you listening?
When Adeleke called that he shouldn't mess with his nephew. Do you remember the video going in to see the police? He was invited and he went with his lawyer. They didn't call him to arrest him. They called him to know what happened with Tagbo. Ultimately, when I came out of prison, I watched how Tagbo was buried. Davido did not come there. He did not go. But Tagbo's family told me they didn't want him there. But I'm telling you, I want you to pay your law. A joke in Nigeria. People have killed people.
I don't know.
Go.
Okay, I said your friend died last year. It was found in a story for missing blood, and autopsy said he died of hard drugs. I'm not saying hard drugs does not cause vomiting blood. What I'm saying is, first of all, what hard drugs was your friend taking? I need to know that. Because we're not talking about the same kind of hard drugs in what's it called? Okay, we don't have fentanyl, we don't have carfentanil, we don't have a lot of things in Nigeria. What kind of hard drugs was your own friend, taking? Was it a mixture of things?
Guys, give me a second. Let me get my charger.
Hard drug. I'm an expert in that area, causing vomiting of blood. Something has to be in there that severed the gut. Hola, Chris O'Connor. Thanks for the 50 stars. Everybody giving stars. Thank you so much. There is no way to move forward.
So the question
Mohbad's
was,
case
what's the way to move forward Mohbad's case? That's what she's answering.
has a death clause. Wumi is the only person that knows. Wumi is my only suspect. And the police refused to arrest her. They told me they interrogated her, hot interrogation 3 times. I concluded my investigation saying they had a fight. And he attacked her with a broken bottle. That's what I concluded, based on all the information I had. She has never contested that. She has never sued me. She has never invited me. She has never done anything. But she spoke, and Sahara reporters picked up what she said. Because it's now she will say her account was hacked. Like now, Darusha is saying his own account is hacked. Wumi said, I know how Mohbad died, but I'm scared to tell. They're after me and Liam. Leave Liam out of this Malian music. He's not getting a penny. If you need to prove forget the DNA about, if I had a piece of the broken bottle, I check the DNA there and I find Bumi's DNA, I'll arrest her. If I was a cop. That's another thing DNA is used for. Who committed the crime, fingerprints, all that. The other DNA level is whose child is that? You want to lay claim for money that's not yours. You can't without a DNA. So if I were you, when we go and get a swab of your husband's dead body, his body is decaying. His body has already decayed. It's just sitting in ice in a mortuary. Get the DNA in his mouth and check to see whether he fathered Liam. They've told you this for a year. You have refused to. Nobody cares. Liam gets nothing. Naira is not stupid. Even Naira is singing the song, Taloni Baby, Tani Baba Baby. You guys don't realize how much money is over there. As of the Sheyi money, Sheyi will determine that one. I'm the one that posted you the CSC papers. Did the mainstream media post you the CSC papers? I did. Because I did a great investigation. The modernization music label was registered with the CSC. And the person in charge was Mohbad, Ilario Lua, Olademeji Aloba. And the second in command was Sheyi. The lady with the golden blonde hair, the lesbian lady who was his partner, who planned the candlelight vigil. They were harassing Sheyi in the beginning of the case. Gistlover was doing that Chonto DK, saying that she's stealing the money of Mohbad. No, she's not. Mohbad did an album called Blessed before he died. And in Blessed, he featured a lot of his friends. He featured Bella Schmurder, Chike, and others. But at the end of the day, that one too is getting a lot of streams and a lot of downloads. And the only person that has access to those streams and downloads is Shay. Like my son, Rich KJT, he did an EP in 2019. He has 15 singles, and he released a single in January, Monetary Affection. All the money he makes from Monetary Affection, only 2 people have access to that money. Me and my son. God forbid anything happens to my son. I know how to log into the account. I can see the dollars on the streams. And DistroKids sends the money to him, to his account. You have to have a planned, organized something. This is the reason why I'm saying to some of you, okay, I'm not appreciated in Nigeria, but I took my time and I did a 2-hour music seminar free on Facebook. If some of you remember, around November. 2-hour music seminar on Facebook. And some people are still abusing me. I rarely do anything free anymore. The music business is not for everybody. If you don't know how the music business works, don't get involved. They said Mohbad did not even know how to sign into his own streams. Some artists have complained about that. Record label is the one signing in for your stream when you are the artist. You need to know your passwords, get your streams, your downloads, your money. Is that not what I told Olamide about, what's his name? Folashade Johnson, thanks for the 500 stars. Is that not what I told Olamide about Portable? Is that not what made my Portable thing viral? Kelvin, I think it's facebook.com/stars. Google it. How do I buy stars? You'll see it. Facebook help is there. Thanks in advance. You can send stars. Send a donation. It's pinned. My accounts are pinned. However, anything that's going into Mohbad's account on the monetization side, only Shay has access to that. Because they were both mentioned on the CSC document. They have the same authority. It's like some of you have Facebook fan pages and there are admins on there. Some admins have limited authority. Some have full authority. They can see the money, everything, the monetization, all that. So she takes care of that one. That's Malian, immunization. Now, Malian music over here. Naira Marley takes that one. And that very first album, it was fantastic. That first album. What's the name of that album? Mohbad's album with Malian music. The one that has peace and all that. That album has a lot of streams and downloads. Oh my God, it's so high now. This guy might be up to 2 billion now. To $300,000. I don't know, but the royalties, the songwriting royalties were about 300 million, and he had paid it. I mean, you saw Mohbad now. He bought a house. They tried to say it was not his house. They think they can divert me. Me that I had a video of Mohbad when he was buying the house, and he was telling someone on FaceTime that he just bought a house. That's not the name of the album. In your market. I'm talking about the album. Oh, Malian music. Meanwhile, We saw him at a car dealership trying to buy a 40 million naira car. He had gotten his money. Mohbad is the songwriter for Malian music. He can write. He had that talent. We don't have a lot of them in Nigeria. There's only 3. There's only 3 Nigerian songwriters. Unfortunately, if they were Canadians, they would be in SOCAN by now. SOCAN, Hall of Fame. Songwriters Organization of Canada, SOCAN. And you have a Hall of Fame for the best songwriters. In Nigeria, next to Taylor Swift in America and others, who else was there? Some of the best songwriters. My son, Rich K. Ditsy. Instead of facing your checkbook, you're checking your Facebook. Do you hear that?
I don't know why they keep annoying this
My
man
mom
when
says
she's
snitch.
talking.
That's what my son wrote. Beast and Peace, that's the name of the album. My son said, instead of facing your checkbook, knowing how much money you're going to make tomorrow, instead of facing your checkbook, you are checking your Facebook. He's trying to say, leave social media alone, go and focus on your money. Anyway, social media is money now too. They don't want Nigerians to make money, so they're doing a lot with the algorithm. Some of you are posting, nobody's seeing your posts. Some of you are not making money again.
Let me see if she's going to say anything more, but otherwise you continue.
Boise, I am a spiritual person. I'm a chosen one. There's a lot you don't even know. I am a chosen one. I have ESP. Nigerians, when I said Nigeria was going to lose to South Africa, they were abusing me.
Okay, I think she's
calling me
digressing.
names. I said, okay, let me just drink sniper. They were even wishing me well. You actually thought I was...
Okay, she's digressing now. Somebody can analyze. If she says anything that is, linked again, I will just give you guys a sign, but you can just analyze what she said. Go on, please. Golden Sale. I think you were the one talking. Or Nikki, anybody that wants to talk, just take it on. She's digressed to something else, so let's just, somebody else can analyze. Go on.
Yeah. I think, sorry, can you hear me?
Go ahead. I was about to talk, but go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Justice for Mohbad. I'm not going to discourage anyone to stop justice for Mohbad. And I do say something earlier from the beginning. I said, justice for Mohbad is not only about Mohbad. It's not only about Mohbad. Mohbad is just a door that have opened a lot of hidden secrets on what is going on in Nigeria. And if justice for Mohbad is not served, there are a lot of things that we may not be able to achieve again in this our generation. And one thing that I believe, don't let me use the word believe, that I think that all Nigerians, especially the youth, should look for is where and how can we get justice? This is not only about Mohbad, for all of us. It becomes not only about the music industry alone. Every industry seems to be like a dark world, especially in Nigeria. A lot of rebels, a lot of powermongers. This is just on a very high side that they feel like anything that they want to do, they would do it and nobody is going to checkmate them. It's not until when I hear, Kemi Olunloyo talking about all these things before I know that, yeah, something like this exists. It exists. It exists. This thing happened. But how can we stop this if we don't have one voice? If we ourselves don't even understand what we want to even fight, if we don't have a reasoning faculty whereby we'll be able to understand, don't even let me use the word our right anymore, at least some of the things that we can use in even protecting ourselves. Knowledge is far from us. Very, very far from us. It is not something that, oh, with the way the world is today, in the world of entertainment, oh, Nigeria is ruling, oh, Africa is ruling, Africa is in the top list of everything. But see what is going on, see what is happening. The talent has been they've been bastardized to a level whereby they didn't even have voice. One single thing that millions of Nigeria keep saying every day is all about justice. And where is that voice reaching out to? Our reps seems to be like they are not even carrying anything called woman's voice. The human rights that we have in Nigeria,
How
where
about
are they
Cubana Chief Priest? Hold
today?
on.
So Berekon, Davido's houseboy. That one always follows Davido everywhere.
Gosh,
Within
it's changed
himself,
now.
they got rid of the lawyer. What was Bobo Juju doing with Davido every 5 minutes everywhere? How many lawyers? Even if you're an entertainment lawyer, how many entertainment lawyers even follow their clients everywhere? Okay, so he was the one that was doing all the deals. $300,000 was missing. Stella was reporting. Everybody says Stella is lying because Davido is trying to do. What is he trying to do? Damage control. When we all know that is true. But I don't believe rubbish. Stella is right. Davido is just trying to cover up for himself. The whole 30 BG gang is going to break up at the end of this year. Because he knows that you have no friend. I saw a video yesterday that would tell you have no friend. I'm going to use it to preach.
Anyway, okay, continue, sir. She's digressed. But just wanted to say what she talked about. She said that why have we not noticed that Cubana Chief Priest has not said a word about this Mohbad death? Meanwhile, it was the general beaters he went to promote. So you can continue. If she says anything, I'll just let you know.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to be tough. Sincerely, it's going to be tough. Let's say it as justice will be served about Mohbad, but it may not be as soon as we expect. We'll get it, but it will be very, very tough. And it seems to be like maybe, when we come on platform, we give a good analysis. We try as much as possible to look for a way forward. But do we really take it forward? Look about what many people have said, what many people have talked about this autopsy before now. But at the end of the day, where did we landed? Landed in the body has rotten. Nothing can come out with 100%. Why Nigerian government are just so full of lies to a level whereby they see money playing over the humanity of Nigerians? I'm shocked with the level at which things are going in that country. Because everyone who have power, they are just ready to stand anyone that wants to come up to survive. They are ready to step anything. Well, one thing that I will say is this. See, either berekete or no berekete. I will say this. If care is not taken, we will still have another strike of something related to Mohbad and nothing will happen. And we will just shout. We'll just shout and then keep our mouth shut without anything, like nothing's going to happen. Because we'll say that the voice of one person or even 10 people in Nigeria can really swallow millions of Nigerians. I'm afraid. I'm seriously afraid. And we see, this case of Mohbad is not something that is far. Where everybody can easily see what is playing out. But who is coming to checkmate them? Who is that person that is going to checkmate them? Nobody. No damn body to checkmate anything as far as that country is concerned. We know the truth. Everybody knows the truth. But who is going to make it happen? You go down for it. You rather go, in fact, your family will go down for it. And is that a place where people live? Who call that type of place? I'm sorry if it's been like maybe I'm talking to Nigeria as a country. This is an investigation journalism that I've really seen tonight. Like, yes, when you see someone saying it the way it is, yeah, there may be some clauses, some flaws, but I believe this is how it should be. This is how things should play. When you see things happening, you investigate it, and then proper action have to be taken up about it. I'll keep giving kudos to even those that are not even an investigation journalist that have been arrested about this Mohbad case. And all this is because they want the truth to be said. But where are we now? What is the way forward? What can we do? We are on the platform, different type of platform, talking about justice for Mohbad. We keep saying almost the same thing in one way or the other. Oh, so this thing has been like this. Oh, this thing happened. We keep saying the same thing like every day. But where are we going to? Is this one thing that keeps striking? Like, everybody is done with Mohbad. But what can we do? What's the way forward? Because I'm tired of analyzing anything. Yesterday, I was like having a headache, like, what the hell? Yeah, we understand that you are the forefront to represent the public in the court on that day, and you are the one coming late. And you want public fund to be used or to be given to you in the name of you carrying out your operation or what you should do, and you are still coming late in the name of, oh, I have another case like this. To be fair enough, to be fair, I think something better can be done. Something better can be done. Who said that even if the public is giving money in one way or the other, you shouldn't listen to their voice? You shouldn't, at least, even if it is not 100%, even if it is not 100%, 80 to 60% of their voice should be listened to. Oh, let's do this, let's do this, let's add this, let's do this. But where are we today? We are back to square one, like even to a zero. Now, I know and I'm very sure about this. I'm very sure about this because I've not seen it playing out that the autopsy or the toxicology that have been done so far has been taken abroad. I didn't see that playing out with all the reports or the result that the police or anybody have come to that court to give yesterday. I didn't see anything like that. And you fool us for 10 good weeks that you are taking this sample out for whatever. So what else has happened? Why are you deceiving us? How much have you signed out? Give us the lab that it was taken to. Let us even investigate the lab that sample has been taken to. Why are you playing on our intelligence like we won't know or won't ask questions? Even if we can't challenge the result that you are giving to us because we didn't have our own results, but notwithstanding, you can't just come and keep bamboozling us with, like, is it reasonable? If there's something, the public is asking you for a question. No matter anything that it will cost you, even the doctor, the head of chief medical anything, in the place where that autopsy is being done, fly him down. And then let it come and give the report of it. I think that's even far. The word techie is everywhere today. Why can't you put it on maybe Zoom, Teams, Google Meet or anything and let it analyze that result for us from anywhere it is? Let that be known. So the fact of what some people who have done some investigation about what is going on, what they've said before, is coming to reality. It's coming to reality. Nigerians, where are we really going? Where exactly are we going? About this case, I make mention of two things. Either they give this case to a private investigator who are very good in a criminal case, and they are very good in, they are very intelligent with their analysis in crime case like this. If not, well, money play out so much in Nigeria. Nigeria, we are very rich. We are super rich. There's nothing we can buy.
When you create the media's job is to protect the people. The media's job is to protect and inform the people. When you don't protect and inform people, you lie to them. And what we have is a media that's silent, a media that's always waiting for Kemi Olunloyo to post so that they can copy and paste. I'm not posting anymore. I'm done. Thank you very much, people. I went to enjoy my retirement, but I'm very tired.
Oh, I thought she was
I
trying
wake
to
up, I
say
read the
something.
news,
Now she's just digressed again.
I cook, and
To be sincere, this woman she have tried. She have done what I think
Yeah, she has.
anyone in his career should do. She's tired. You can see she's old, no doubt. I can only imagine the type of strength that she's using in doing all these things. Because
Hold on.
it's private. If Moban's father wants it posted, it should be posted. If you can't post it, discuss it in the inquest. Tell us what you found on his body, inside his body. Don't just come and tell us that the toxicology test could not tell what was in his blood and body fluid. What about his organs? Tell us something. We haven't. Anyway, guys, that's it for me tonight.
Okay.
Right. I wanted to do a Yoruba show. I'll do it on TikTok.
Okay, so she's done. So Prince, if you wrap up and then any other person can take on. But let me just quickly just give a recap what she said tonight. I'm waiting for her. Once she's done with the live, I'll try and replay it because you can replay it. And if you're following, she's on Facebook, Kemi Talks. Let me just pick up the points I had she mentioned tonight. Two things. First things first, she talked about the fact that, that the results needs to be, Baba Mohbad needs to challenge them to say that they need to post that full result. And she talked about the internal, external. And then she also mentioned about the fact that she gave us a hint that this autopsy was already out a long time. They knew the body was decomposed. Why'd they go for that? Obviously, there's some foul play going on there. And then she mentioned something about saying that, there were lacerations, Wumi, and he was already laced with drugs. They had pumped a lot of drugs in his body. So all of that. So she was just giving pointers. And then she said something that was very critical to me. She talked about saying something about formalin or something like that, whatever. Something about dissolving the internal organs. And I found that shocking that she said that. And then she now came and talked about, I'm sure you heard that, Prince, and then you can help me in case I missed some points, where she talked about the Davido's thing with the Tabo, and then she sort of compared this to let us know that there are higher powers that were involved in this case, and that's what's playing up. So that's the summary. But as I said, once she's done, I would restart the live again on Facebook so we can just hear it from scratch, if that makes sense. So I'll let you guys just take on for now. But that's just a summary of what she said tonight. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adding to what you just said, Miss Anna Zuko, if you listen to her properly, people didn't understand what she's saying. She said, not the drug they gave her, is the embalming fluid. Them, what is his name? Daoshadem. They already pump him up with all those. You see what I'm saying? They already give it to him all kind of ways that thing decomposes liver, his organs. So they gave too much of all those embalming fluid. I think she's talking about all those formaldehyde, all those meds that they use in embalming. That's what she was talking about there. And then she never deviated. She never, when you look at her previous shows she did on Mobile, she said something, the same thing she repeated. She said that boy was stabbed.
Hold on. She's talking again. Well,
Using
she
AI
keeps,
to make
she died.
him look like Mobile and all that. We know that now.
Said Mubi's using AI to make Liam look like Mubad.
Exactly, that's what she's doing.
To get anything. I started the DNA thing and I knew why. Okay? The argument that caused the fight on top of the steps, that lawyer was talking about, the fight with him and the wife, the argument was over that child and that Canadian visa.
Yes.
See who comes out. Good night.
Okay. I think we can't hear her anymore. I don't know what she's done. But I think the life is off. So she just said that And I'm going to wait for it to replay. So, Nikki, continue. I'm waiting for the live to restart, and then I'll just start it from the beginning. Oh, go on.
Okay, thank you.
Nikki, before you continue,
Okay, sir.
let me just say this. If a body is being embalmed properly, it will take a year before that body become decay. I don't know if you are getting my point. Before, if a body was embalmed,
Sorry, Prince. Okay, when you people are ready, let me know. I'm going to restart the live when you people are ready. Okay.
All righty.
Okay.
so it takes a complete year before it takes or it starts decompose. A full decompose will take a year, right? Now, it means that everything will full decompose within a year. That means it will remain skeleton. Now, according to a very good forensic, can still be taken up about on the bones of that body to ascertain some facts about that body. I don't know if I'm making sense. Now, let me come down to, okay, it wasn't embalmed properly. If it wasn't embalmed properly, now, what are those things? What are those factors that can easily make a body to decompose? Sorry, 1 minute. Now, it means that if a body was not embalmed very well, how and when or how long will it start decomposing? Good. Normally, decay started after few hours. After few hours, when the person gives to ghost. But what are those things that will decompose, whereby it would affect anything like autopsy if they want to carry out some things? It will now get to a level whereby, okay, even some people, some theory even come up with, okay, if the coffin that body is a proper coffin, it will not start decomposing immediately. Yesterday, we are saying, okay, it is because it wasn't embalmed properly and the body was brought out back after 8 to 9 days, right? Or 8 to 10 days. Let me use that bracket. The death date and then the date that it was brought out. Will all those organs that can be used, have they decomposed? It is totally zero. It is no. It is no. And I'm just imagining to think it within my head that if something was injected into that body, there is a possibility that what do they use for it? A catalyst. I want to use the right English. That
Sorry, Mr. Prince, can you round up your thoughts so that somebody else can speak here? Don't be upset with me. I'm so sorry.
I know. There is a way that it will, let me use the word fast track or hasten the decomposition for those organs. So who did that? How will a body, because it's inside the ground, when this body was, when they want to exhume this body, when they are bringing it out, we are seeing fresh blood. So what could have happened that the body the organ is getting decomposed, or is being, no matter any English that they use for it, and then we are still seeing fresh blood coming out. So that is where I can just fix. I want to reason so much about that for them to be able to come up with okay, we are unable to ascertain anything because some of these things are rotten, or we can't use it to run anything again. Let me leave it there.
Nikki, you can continue, and then after then somebody else. And when you people are done, I'll play the
Okay.
video.
All right, thank you. So, like I was saying, what she said, she did not change any narrative. Everything she said before, she said the same thing. She already let us know the clue. She gave us the clue. What is his name? Daoshanam. They already, and the nurse, they already pump him up with all this formaldehyde and stuff. So they already gave him a whole lot of things. But like when they said about the in terms of the autopsy, to me that's a BS. In this country that we're at today, a lot of the forensic that we watch, a lot of documentary that we watch, most of the time they're gonna say they find somebody, they find bone, they will trace, they will know what killed them. I'm a yoku that they already exhumed. The oku that is the dead body that's already dead for God knows when. They will exhume the body and they will tell exactly what happened. So this one is because there's no power, because there's no light in Nigeria. Is that the reason? Or they just playing game? It looked like they're just playing game. That is what my own conclusion is. They play game. It's a whole lot of people that were involved. And when you watch this Ada show the last time, Ada, what is her name? Ada Universe. She brought a lady. She brought this young lady. The lady says she's from Asia. I don't know what part of Asia she's from. Ada was thinking she's an Igbo lady. So the lady said, no, I'm not from Nigeria. But listening to her, she has their own kind of English, very different from Nigeria. So she was the one telling us that they gang up together to kill him. Remember, she said the day that he died, somebody saw them taking a cooler out of his house. She said she used to work in the funeral home. So that's what she was trying to tell us the last time from Ada Universe. You can go to Ada Universe. She did those shows sometimes. Was it last year? I can't remember. Or early part of this year. Something like that. So the lady was talking about this video of a guy. And then when you see people's comment, all those people that they drink Davido Kool-Aid, they were like, oh, they're coming for her. Hey, Kini, why are you calling our father this, that. Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous. When the lady say, oh, and then the lady replied and said, you know what?